There we go. So, is there anything you want to touch on before we get started?
Um, I think like as we go, maybe I'll start to interject and
Oh
interact.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
So I always like starting with the 9 card spread to see where you currently are, and then we can add on to that as we go.
awesome.
I know you said you had your own decks that you do your readings with. Is that true?
I do. They're here. So I have the regular old school 1909, or
Oh yeah,
the right, the,
US. Mm.
yeah, the writer's
The
way.
Rider-Waite Smith, as we call it these days.
Yeah,
Got to
and
give
then I
Pamela
have
her due.
yeah, I have this one, the Wild Tarot, that I very rarely use.
Oh,
You
the
know, the
Wild
black
Gnome.
one.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's an interesting one. And then my friend Dalia gave me this before traveling to Europe. It's a very interesting one. It's the Star
Oh, the
Tarot.
Star Trek. That's one of my favorite decks.
It's so powerful.
Yeah.
The Wild Unknown is a little bit harsh. For some reason, I don't know, it feels a little bit like, whoa. So I use it with intent, you know?
Okay, well, we're starting here.
Nice.
The first card, the center card, is kind of like the situation you're in. We have the Five of Wands. So a lot of conflict, both external and internal. Right? Your passions are driving you insane. The Knight of Cups, Five of Cups, Princess of Wands, and the Nine of Cups.
Hmm.
Corners, we've got the Knight of Discs, the Ten of Cups, the Aeon, Shiva, and the Seven of Cups. Interesting. A lot of
Wow.
with all these cups coming out, I feel like there's a lot of emotional stuff you're dealing with right now. Um, the fire of the wands is kind of like your passion is kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say waning per se, but since this is the only fire we got and it's the center, it's like you really want to have that passion, but right now you almost feel like you're drowning in a lot of ways. I feel like this one really represents you, the Knight of Cups, the person who really leads with their heart, right? Everything you do comes from the heart, um, that inner dragon, right? But with the Five of Cups coming up, it's almost like you're dealing with. Um, that's interesting how she did it here, where the cups almost look like oil spills, right?
Mm,
So there's a lot of grief, a lot of emotional pain you're working through, and I feel like the cloud here of the negative energy is blocking you from seeing. There's still 2 cups here waiting for you. Like,
mm,
there's still a lot of emotional fulfillment available. It's just right now you're caught in this cloud of blah. Um, well, here's the other wand in the spread is the Princess of Wands here, and this is the equivalent of the page, right? So it's learning how to spark that inner fire again, trying to find that inner passion, which coming after this, it's almost like that inner passion's been drowned. And you're trying to figure out how to spark that wet firewood that's like that spark just doesn't want to take. Um,
mm.
but I mean, once you figure out how to re-spark that inner passion here, the Nine of Cups, because she is the landscape. So this is also the Nine of Cups is like the wish fulfilled, the like true feeling of like your cups are filled finally. And here she's capturing the water from the waterfall on one hand, and then there's these people like flowing with her. So it's just it. I feel like there's a lot of emotional turmoil going on. And once you figure out what's going on, then we get to this pair here. So the Knight of Discs is a reminder to move slowly, right? No rushing into things. Know what you want before you get into it, because the penultimate thing is, see, we got the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups next to each other down here, but really these two are paired. So it's once you figure out how to do it slow and steady and find the right action for you, then that ultimate happiness that can be found, that familiar happiness, that that significant other, the family card, that's what this one's also called. So many cups coming up here.
Oh my God.
Of course, the Aeon, which is interesting because there's Shiva and Shiva's popping up twice here.
I'm sorry, is the Aeon the world?
Aeon is the world or the
universe
or
nice. Okay.
So it's like once you finish this cycle, then you're able to realize that, all of life is just a dance. And that dance includes destruction and creation. And sometimes in order to create something new, the old has to be destroyed. And this is just a reminder that, okay, you're coming to the end of a cycle. Now comes the choice. What is the next cup you're going to pick up? And not all the cups are going to be a positive thing. So don't get caught up in the illusion of this is the right answer when right, in reality, you've got all these choices and you're starting anew, right? Starting fresh. A lot of this is feeling like you're needing to start over with some stuff. I don't know if that rings true for you. But it's choice. A lot of this is choice. I mean, it's perspective and being able to see with that perspective the right choice forward. Because right now, this was the last card, right? The 7 of Cups. And again, cups, all these cups makes me feel like there's a lot of emotional stuff that you're working through. This is a reminder that you've got the 7 chakras, right? So don't work with just one chakra, work with all of them. Don't think that there's only one choice when you've got all these choices in front of you. But also keep in mind that the choices in front of you, not all of them are as nice as they pretend to be. Right? Some of these, get this a little closer if I can.
Right.
The heartbreak is one of the choices. Right? Death is one of the choices. Growth is one of the choices. Riches is one of the choices. Finding enlightenment. So it's really, I want to say that in life we always have all these choices in front of us, and being able to figure out which choice is the right one, I think that's one of the reasons why you're having so much conflict going on in your heart, right? That inner passion doesn't know what to do because all the emotions are drawing you in so many different directions that you're getting conflicting ideas, conflicting passions. I want to see the bottom of the deck. I always look at the bottom of the deck for the shadow card.
What is it?
We have the 4 of Swords. So it's time to let those thoughts rest, right? Stop beating yourself up. Time to let your thoughts just be for a little bit, rest. You don't need to make a decision right now in this moment. Rest for a little while, and then you might actually finally come to you. What is the appropriate thing for you in this time?
Very interesting. So which suit didn't come at all? The swords. It was just under the deck.
That was the shadow.
Interesting.
That was the swords. And that was
Discs is pentacles, I suppose. Yeah. Discs is pentacles. Nice. Okay.
Disc is pentacles.
Wow.
So
yeah, the illustrations are very interesting.
Right.
Love it. This makes total sense. It's very it's resonating.
But add another layer now. I'm all about layering readings. What is it that's causing that internal conflict? I feel like you have a lot of passions, but you just are not sure which ones to pursue. This is the chakra healing tarot. So interesting. On top of 5 of Wands, we get the 3 of Wands, right? Being able to voice what it is you want, I think, is part of the conflict here. Being able to really see what your future is bringing, you're kind of like stuck in a limbo right now. And it's hard for you to find your voice. Even just talking about it, I'm like feeling choked up. Like my voice wants to like give out in some ways. But it's interesting that we got Wands on top of Wands there, right? The Knight of Cups, and then we have the Empress, right? You're looking for that nurturing that will help awaken your voice, but also that third eye, and let it see what it is you need to see, so that you are able to find those emotional fulfillments that you seem to be looking for. The 5 of Cups, we got the 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like the 5 of Cups might even be here again, that voice, the throat chakra is highlighted. So it's working with others that have caused a lot of grief for you. And it's finding that idea that, see, it's 3 of chakras, right? And there's the 3 cups that are spilled, but there's 2 cups that are upright. So it's, yes, sometimes you gotta watch out about who you're working with, but don't give up on working with others, is what I'm getting here. Right? Be mindful of who you're working with, but don't give up on working with others, because, some things we need others in order to create, because by ourselves we could only do so much. But then, 3 of Pentacles here, so like 1 + 1 + 1 can sometimes actually be 11. Just like the stronger ability of a group versus one person trying to accomplish something. Princess of Wands, this is like, how are you trying to spark? No, it's that inner strength, right? The heart and the third eye chakra here. So that is what's going to help you rekindle that passion, is that inner strength, that heart chakra that needs to be relit. Top of the 9 of Cups, we got the 2 of Swords. So it's like you're trapped between 2 ideas, 2 ideals of what you want, and your happiness is hidden behind that choice. Is how you're feeling. But that's the thing about the 2 of Swords, is like, you can't take both swords, you got to pick one. And there is no wrong choices, really, is what I'm getting here. And that's why it's so hard to pick one. The Knight of Discs, we have the 8 of Swords. In that slowness of trying to figure out what you're trying to do, the sacral chakra is blocked. So you feel blocked by your own thoughts. You don't know what the next move is, because you're feeling blocked. But the thing is, these are your own thoughts. Only you can free yourself here. And then once you free yourself, then we got, let's see, a 10 of Cups. The Sun, 10 of Cups and Sun, both are like super happy cards, right? It is, once you're free of those thoughts that are keeping you trapped and are able to finally take action, the right action, that leads to your happiness, finally. But right now you're feeling trapped. On top of the Aeon, Ace of Swords, it's time for a new way of thinking. Right? There's the third eye crown. It's third eye. So it's basically, you're being told that it's time to let go of those old thoughts that no longer serve you, that just keep you trapped, and find a new thought that helps free you. Finish the so this is the Aeon is about finishing a cycle, and then the Ace of Swords is starting a new cycle without feeling trapped anymore, right? And then on top of the Seven of Cups, we got the Page of Chalices, right? This is telling us that that choice that you're looking for in the cups has to come from within. It has to come from your own intuition. No one else can give you the answer. What choice is it? What choice is it? You have to listen to that inner voice. That's really. It's so funny. Here we have a seahorse instead of the usual fish, but that's just plugging into your intuition and knowing that your answer might not everyone might agree with it, but it's your answer. Now let's look at the bottom of here. Oh, look at that. We get the Nine of Chalices, Nine of Cups again here. So again, it's about fulfillment, about like making sure that you get what you want out of life, what you want like emotionally too. Let's see. Being drawn to this is a cute little deck. It's called Let Go, and it's just little sayings with art on the other side. But I love that the art is different for each back. So I'm just gonna start flipping, and if you see art that you like, you can pick as many as you want, as many as you're drawn to, I should say. I'll just start flipping through, and you just let me know which ones like jump out at you. It's like me. This is about like being able to let go of those things that are keeping you trapped. I also love it because it's very Hawaiian looking.
It's so nice, yeah.
And if we need to go through it twice, that's okay too.
No, please. That previous one, sorry, the green one.
This one?
Let's pick that one, yeah. This one. This one. This one. There's this one.
This one?
Yeah. Is it a lot or we're good?
No, it's okay. I don't care how many we have.
Good. Okay, cool.
We'll go through them.
Yeah.
This one?
Yes, please.
I figure if it wasn't for you, you wouldn't be attracted to it.
That's nice.
This one?
The green one, yeah. Perfect.
Let's see the ones we got. Pretty much left them in order. If you have a problem, you have an opportunity. So let go of all blame. Stand in a garden and be thought free just for a moment. Find a place of quiet solitude and listen to the goddess of the moon. Is she calling for more love? Explore life and create your own experiences. Let go of being normal. I love that one. Surrender to the pulse that moves you towards your creative destiny, a life of great purpose. Make real progress by pushing aside perfection and never looking back. Let go of fear through meditation. Purify yourself so you are a magnet for your true heart's desires. I love that that's on top of the happiness thing there. Except you don't lack for anything. The whole world belongs to you. We have one final one here that I'm just going to grab at random. It's end up being this one.
Love it.
Let go of yesterday, as what you do right now is more important. Oh, that's a good one to end on there. So, yeah, I mean, this is pretty much just reiterating what we've already said here. Like here, this is all about choice and like conflict, right? And it's about turning your problems into opportunities. This one about feeling like not sure if you are connected. It's telling you turn to the goddess of the moon, right? She's calling. Is she calling for more love? Because with that 5 of Cups, there's definitely a lot of grief going on. The Strength card here, explore life and create your own experiences. It takes a lot of strength to do that. It takes a lot of strength to let go of being normal. The 2 of Swords, right? That choice. It says surrender to the pulse that moves you towards your creative destiny, a life of great purpose. Feeling trapped, right? Make real progress by pushing aside perfection and never looking back. So that I know for myself, I can be a pretty major perfectionist, and it keeps me like stagnant and not working because it's like I don't want to do it unless it's perfect. And this is reminding you, nothing's ever perfect. So just do what feels right and let go of that perfection. That's what's keeping you stuck. The happiness here, right? This is all like happiness cards. Let go of fear through meditation. Purify yourself so you are a magnet for your true heart's desires. That couldn't go more perfectly with that. The Sun is your ultimate happiness card. And only by meditating and really getting to the root of what you want can you find that happiness. And this whole starting over, starting your cycle over, this is a great reminder that, just because you're starting over doesn't mean you're lacking anything, except you don't lack for anything. The whole world belongs to you. And then this Page of Chalices on the 7 of Cups, that choice, right? Finding that inner voice that tells you what it is you truly want. This is a reminder that, we don't live in yesterday, we live today. Let go of yesterday, as what you do right now is more important. And so this whole idea of choices and like being stuck, not knowing what to choose, this is just a reminder that just because you choose something right here in the moment doesn't mean you can't choose something else later down the road. Do you have any questions before we continue?
No, this is beautiful. I love how everything's unfolding and
Right.
stacking on top of each other. Like this layering is really cool.
I got 4 more decks here that I'm trying to choose between, but I'm being told that you need to choose. Okay, if you insist.
What are they?
We have Visions of the Soul, Meditation and Portal cards. We have the Divine Beloved Oracle cards. We have the Wisdom of the Buddha Mindfulness deck. And this is one of my favorite oracles of all time. Love who you are.
Wow. What was the first one? Visions of the soul. Okay. Either 2 or 4.
This one, or let's start with this one, and then we'll also do
Okay.
Love Who You Are.
Okay.
I feel like both of them are calling to me. And this one does not have any like book or anything. It just has what it means on the card itself. I'm told to shuffle extra on this one. I don't know why. But the guides are very insistent. You're not done shuffling. I don't usually shuffle this much. One in the center, we have worthy. I know my own worth. Change me, divine beloved, into one who knows my own worth. Let me feel entitled to speak my truth with love. May I know that I deserve to be surrounded by those who value me. Ooh, that gave me chills.
Mm.
Honoring.
Uh, Jonathan, do you mind when you place the cards, do you mind reminding me each placement what it means
Okay.
and the
So my nine
grid?
card spread is something that I took from the Lenormand system. And so the center is kind of like the energy you're in the moment, right? So that center card or that center position is where you currently are. And the diamond around it is one message, and then the corners are another message.
Okay.
Honoring, I am kind and loving. Change me, divine beloved, into one who honors my emotions. Let me feel my feelings without judgment and then release them. Show me how to be kind and loving to the child inside who needs care. And that's interesting that it landed on the Empress too, because she's all about being the mother. Right? It's a mother figure. Trust. I trust the highest way. Change me, divine beloved, into one who wants what you want for me. Let me trust that my needs will always be met in the highest way when I allow you to guide me. And that's right here on this one where it's like heartbreak about working with others. And here on the strength, we have boundaries. I'm entitled to say no. Change me, divine beloved, into one who easily sets boundaries wherever needed. May I feel entitled to say no to any situation that feels bad or wrong. Fill me with divine confidence. Speak through me. And that takes a lot of strength to be able to say no to some people, right? Especially if you're a yes person, a yes man. I know for myself, I'm kind of like that in a lot of ways, where I feel like I say yes more than I should. um, and then here, that Two of Swords, that like choice moment, nurturing. I'm a spark of divinity. Change me, divine beloved, into one who accepts my body exactly as it is, seeing it as a vessel for your love. Fill me with gratitude for this physical form. Let me nurture and care for myself in every way. And that's right there on that choice card. That right, and in a lot of ways, that Nine of Cups kind of echoes that idea of nurturing yourself, right? The ultimate nurturing. Acceptance. I accept myself. Let me love and accept myself as you love me. May I find you shining brightly within my own being. And that's in that trapped, right? The Eight of Swords, feeling trapped position, which underneath is the Knight of Discs, which is doing the thing that's right for you. That happiness section, relax. I receive all blessings. Oh, beloved, change me into one who knows how to relax completely, sleep deeply, and receive all the blessings of every moment exactly as it presents itself with ease and gratitude. And that is a great way of finding that inner happiness in a lot of ways. And then this one was about that cycle ending and starting anew, right? And here we are with release. I move in harmony. Change me, divine beloved, into one who easily releases all that's ready to go. Let me move in harmony with your natural cycles. What did I just say? It's the end of a cycle and the start of a new one. And then this final one about, choice, like following your heart. Decisions. Oh, yeah, I can't make this stuff up. Perfect actions are shown. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can offer all decisions to you. May I trust during times of transition that the perfect actions will be shown. Grant me patience to allow events to line up as they need to. So this is a good reminder that Seven of Cups underneath, that choice thing is sometimes you just have to wait and be still until the choice makes itself known to you.
Mm.
The bottom of the deck is burdens. I accept your help. Change me, divine beloved, into one who gratefully receives all help you send. Let me release the useless idea that I must carry the burden alone. Let me trust that you send the right assistance. May I feel worthy and accept it. Again, that just is too fitting for the reading. I love it.
Oh, wow.
Let me feel like this one is calling really strongly to me. It's the love who you are, especially with all the emotional stuff coming up. I love these decks because they all come with their own little bag. I'm being told only to pick 3 of these. We don't need 9. The message has come through pretty strongly already. Flock together. I love the little poem that they have in this little book. So let me read to you. I usually don't read, but these for some reason always flock together. When we gather, we have an opportunity to witness and be witnessed. Community strengthens our selfhood and confidence. Seek and celebrate your tribe. If you don't have one, honor the tribe within. There's a multitude of beings inside you, the shiny, happy parts, the sad, confused, messy parts, the wild and unpredictable parts. Many of them are shunned or disparaged. All deserve a place at your table. When we gather in community or gather all the pieces of ourselves in sacred communion, we forge a bond of unity that helps sing the soul home. Cultivate peace. Peace is possible in any given moment when you're not living in the future or the past. You're invited to unplug from your ambitions and let go of any regrets. Dwell in this moment only. Let this now have no anxiety and no shame. Both of those pesky guys, anxiety and shame, will be hanging around later looking for attention, but you can decide for now to leave them outside your house of belonging. Surrender to the peace at the core of your eternal soul. Hug your heart. Submerge in a bath. Take a nap. Your peace is a friend waiting to be welcomed. The final card is Grow Belonging. A poet once said that you are only free when you realize you belong nowhere, because you belong everywhere, which is no place at all. She speaks of what it takes to belong to oneself, first and foremost. Now is the moment to cultivate a friendship between you and you, endeavoring to build true belonging within. No one can take your home away when it lives inside of you. That's beautiful. Of course, I always look at the bottom of the deck. That's just my thing. Harvest the honey. Let them off the hook. But more importantly, let yourself off the hook. Forgiving another doesn't mean you need to accept their presence in your life or agree with their behaviors, but it does mean that you recognize carrying resentment is like poisoning your own well. That goes for your relationship between you and you as well. Forgive yourself. It doesn't matter how big or little the error or how conscious or unconscious you were at the time of the falter. What matters is that unforgiveness is the bitter pill, and your life is too precious to swallow that toxin. When you forgive, you harvest the medicine inside the wound, sweet as honey. Harvest the honey.
Hmm.
Do you have any questions or insights right now?
Yeah, I'd love to like hear or know a little bit more about the top left,
Here?
which is, yeah, that quadrant.
Okay. So this one we can also see as the main energy. So this is the situation, and then this would be the energy you're going through. We started with that Knight of Discs, which is like the slowest moving knight, right? I think of knights as being action, but the discs or pentacles is the one that doesn't take action until absolutely positive it's the right action to take, right? On top of that, we have the Eight of Swords, which is you're so busy trying to figure out what the right action is, you've kind of got yourself stuck. Right? You are trapped by your own thoughts, even though your thoughts are the only thing that'll help you escape this trap. Often you see the person being blindfolded. Here we just have the hair in their eyes. Right?
Mm.
They're also shown as being tied up. But if you're surrounded by swords and you're tied up, why not use a sword to free yourself?
Mm.
So you're so caught up in trying to figure out what the right action is, you can't move forward right now. And this is just a reminder that there is no perfect action, right? Finally,
Mm.
you just do what seems right in the moment, and if it ends up being a mistake, oh well, it's a mistake. You move on, right? Make real progress by pushing aside perfection and never looking back. And one of the biggest ways of doing that is just to accept yourself as you are, right? Let me love and
Mm.
accept myself as you love me. May I find you shining brightly within my own being, right? That perfect ideal is within. Only by accepting yourself as you are can you finally break free of those swords and finally take that action that you know is what's needed. Right? Part of it is you're with the Eight of Swords and down here in the corner with the like Seven of Cups, that the whole idea of decision is kind of freezing you in a lot of ways, right? You're being trapped by your own decisions. or lack of decisions.
Mm.
That's why in the center here, let's go through the center one more time. You have that Five of Wands. It's like all your passions are trying to get your attention all at once, and you don't know which one to actually focus on. But if you just really focus on what is the right action in the moment, instead of trying to figure out, is this right action going to be good for my past, for my future? It doesn't matter. Right now, you just need to focus on what action gives you the best payback, I guess. Not payback, but like investment, right? Return on investment. And this is just a reminder that sometimes our problems are actually put in place not to make us stumble, but to give us an opportunity. And blaming yourself for things just hinders you even more. You are worthy. You just need to remember your own worth. You need to be able to speak your truth with love. And again, with this this spot up here talking about like working with others, like burning you in the long run. This is a reminder that just because you get burned by some people doesn't mean you cut all people out. And especially with this flock together here, it's like find your tribe. Sometimes that tribe is great and then it kind of sours. But that doesn't mean that you stop looking for your tribe or stop gathering your tribe around you. Sometimes your tribe is just the different aspects of yourself coming to peace with each other to create a better whole.
Mm.
So
Yeah, that part with the collaboration and the disappointment and the isolation with like work and also socially is very interesting. I mean, I'm experiencing it, I'm living it, and it's yeah, it's yeah. I'm definitely going towards the more of spending time with myself and not
right.
investing that much anymore, you know. Uh yeah, the choices also is interesting. I mean, I always had that feeling that okay, whatever I choose is going to be fine and they're going to meet each other at one point. But then the mind is so like uh trying to make things logical and like
Right.
choices, you know, between yeah, career and like wellness, taking care of myself and taking care of my like business stuff. And so and also like living here and having family really far. So all of these kind of choices are yeah, I mean it's so interesting to see it on the table, on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have anything that would like maybe give us a little bit of a like roadmap or like not roadmap like a direction or something?
I'm being drawn to this deck, Visions of the Soul.
Nice. Okay.
Because these are meditation on portal cards. So I feel like this will give us something to work with at least, right? A starting point. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've ever read that card before. Intergalactic communication. It's literally the last card of the deck. Interesting. Use this portal to communicate with cosmic beings and travel to alternative worlds. Declaration of intent. For the highest good of all, I am in sacred communication with the cosmos. When working with this card, absolute, crystal clear intent must be set through unconditional love for the highest good of all. Many beings have come to assist humanity at this time, yet not all have the best intentions. Using the Metatron card when working with this portal brings in a protective energy. Multiple worlds and universes exist in the cosmos. A great diversity of galactic beings reside in these worlds. You may request communication with them for the highest good of all life in the cosmos. Many of these beings are of ancestral lineage of those on Earth. Sacred connections through this portal will give rise to a deeper understanding of yourself, where you come from, where you're moving towards, and the multiplicity of life in the cosmos. Alternate lives you may have had in other worlds can be revealed to you through this portal. So one of the other things I do is acupuncture aided past life regression. And one of the things I really have my people focus on is, okay, what is it right now? What pattern are you caught in that you have no idea where it came from, but it's still interfering with your life right now? And we do the acupuncture and the past life regression specifically to clear that pattern out so you can finally live your life to its fullest. And this is a reminder that you have connection to all of the higher beings and including your higher self. So this is the second time we've had meditation come up for you, right? So I feel like meditating, not necessarily just like sit and meditate, but meditating specifically in order to connect with your higher self, your guides, and the cosmos itself is really what's going to help you find that blueprint you're looking for. Yep, look what I just pulled, higher consciousness. Yep, you need to connect with your higher consciousness in order to really find that blueprint. And look, it's a very blue card.
Mm-hmm.
Use this portal to unite your soul with the cosmic soul, with source, and access sacred knowledge. This portal will also open you to the memories of multiple lives. What was I just saying? Declaration of intent. My soul unites with the supreme cosmic soul of source. I am a multiple-dimensional being. You are now being asked to eliminate all non-beneficial energies in your energetic field. Your soul is yearning to reconnect to the soul of the universe, to return home. Memory of your multidimensional existence is also accessible to you through this portal. Multiple lives can be accessed through higher consciousness. From ignorance to wisdom is the path in which your soul will grow as it accesses higher consciousness. True knowledge of your soul will bring about a state of enlightenment. Through this process, a greater state of peace will be attained, both within the self as well as without in the world in which you live. Balance and focus are attained in this state, and your soul purpose will effortlessly manifest through your life, bringing together in harmony all your lifetimes of experience. This is a reclaiming of you in your fullest, most divine power. So it's really all about getting back in touch with your own inner blueprint, right? You need to find the, oh, look what's at the bottom, divine rising.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So in a lot of ways, I feel like you're looking for the answer outside of yourself, whereas really that answer is within. You just haven't accessed it yet. You need to meditate in order to connect to your higher consciousness. Once you connect to the higher consciousness, you have that divine rising, that connection to the higher self, to all your selves, to the cosmos. And then through that, that's when you'll find your blueprint. right? That's when you find your guidance. So many of these cards are all about like finding that guidance within. I feel like that is going to help you more than me pulling cards and telling you this is what you're supposed to do, right? Because it needs to come from within. Otherwise, there's just going to be more confusion,
Hmm.
more not really knowing what you're supposed to be doing if you're not connected to that higher consciousness, that higher self that knows what you're supposed to be doing. So it makes me want to put together a guided meditation for you, actually,
Hmm.
which I've been saying I need to do guided meditations, and I haven't done any. The last one I did was, I think, during the pandemic.
Ah. Oh yeah, if you're inspired, that would be great. I have three cards that I always pull. They
Mm-hmm.
keep on coming all the time, so I'd love like your insight on them.
Okay.
They're pretty similar now that I realize what they are. They're 6, 7, and 9 of swords. They
Yeah, it's gonna be a little blurry, but I know exactly what they are. So it's six,
yeah,
7, and 9 is what you got.
yeah,
So six,
9,
six of
6,
swords.
7, and 9. Oh,
Six of Swords is all about moving on from troubled waters into calm waters. But if you notice, there's those swords are still there. It's a reminder that no matter where you go, there you are. Like you take your thoughts with you, right? You take your baggage with you,
oh,
right? The Seven
oh.
of Swords is thinking outside the box. It's also known as
That
the
one comes every day, every time this card comes out. It's
so
even
it's
stained. Like there's an oil spill on that card, so I kind of like it
you
stands
know it as
out.
soon as you see it. Yeah.
Now I know it. What is he telling?
So the Seven of Swords, if you look at the image itself, it takes place in a war camp. And if you see in the background, on one side there's tents, on the other there's a battle starting, right? So what this guy has done is he has stolen the enemy's swords and he's running away. But at the same time, look how he's grabbing them. He's grabbing them by the blades. How are you not going to cut yourself doing that? So
Oh,
part of it is hurting yourself with your own thoughts. Part of it is like self-sabotage in a lot of ways. Um, Part of it is thinking outside the box, which we were told to do.
mm,
It's known as the thief card or the deception card, but a lot of times it's internal deception, right? Um, and then that nine, especially followed by the Nine of Swords, which is the nightmare.
oh,
So the Nine of Swords is nightmares, but it's nightmares because you're too worried about others or you're too worried about a certain situation and it's keeping you up at night. Your own thought process. It's funny, you get all thoughts, right? Swords are thoughts,
yeah.
I think. Um, it's also the way you communicate, right? So the Nine of Swords being the nightmare card is a reminder of like, are you just constantly voicing your fears to everybody? Are you just giving all your energy to your fears and nightmares and your worries? Because if you do, then that Seven of Swords kind of makes sense because all those fears and thoughts are stealing your happiness in a lot of ways. Right? But it's the fact that it's 6, 7, 9, and is that same order usually, or is it just those three in general?
These three in general,
Those three,
not that order. Yeah.
right? So it's telling you that in order to finally move on from like the 6, you need to finally let go of the swords and the 7, right? Because that's what's causing all the worry and everything. And to know that it's the end of a cycle. That 9 of swords is like okay, 10 comes after, but then if you know it, 10 is like the guy laying there with all the swords in him, right?
Mm,
So, but usually a lot of times people say 9 is the ending, and then 10 is that transition between the 9 and the ace, right?
mm,
And, we got as one of your things here the Ace of Swords.
mm,
So it's time to let go of all those old thoughts that keep you trapped, like the Eight of Swords, that cut you, like the Seven of Swords, or keep you stuck in nightmare, like the Nine of Swords. So you can
mm,
finally do with that Six of Swords, which is move on. You need to finally move on. But if you don't let go, you're going to end up taking those swords with you. So
mm,
it's time to find a new way of thinking, a new process of thinking, right? Instead of
mm,
constantly thinking the same thoughts that do nothing but keep you trapped, keep you stuck in nightmare, right? Computer cancel. Um, and once you're able to move on and pick up that Ace of Swords and leave all the other swords behind you, you can start a new cycle, right?
mm. Very interesting. What's the Eight of Swords? I'm interesting how I skipped. It skipped. What's the Eight of
Right.
Swords in a
Eight of
word?
Swords is, I mean, you didn't skip it because it came up right here.
Eight of Swords. Oh, that guy. Yeah, yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
But in that deck that you have, the Eight of Swords is a woman on a beach. She's trapped in a circle of swords. She's got a rope around her and blindfold on.
The blindfold.
And
Yeah.
there's a castle in the background, right? So
Mm,
it's the Eight of Swords is about your own thoughts trapping you. And I've seen images of the Eight of Swords where it's like it's the normal one on the front, but if you flip it over, you see the backside, and the ropes aren't tied. She's just holding on to the ropes,
hmm,
right?
interesting. Yeah.
So she's keeping herself trapped because in some ways it's easier just to stay trapped than to actually try and break free.
Mm,
So again, this is just reiterates everything we've been going through. It's like you need to stop letting your thoughts keep you trapped, keeping you like in conflict with yourself. And by letting go and picking up that sword of truth, the Ace of Swords is also known as the sword of truth, then you can
mm,
finally reconnect with that higher consciousness. Because right now you're trapped by the Eight of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Cups, all these decisions and feeling trapped is keeping you stuck. Once you're able to let go of those patterns and those thoughts that keep you trapped, that's when you can do that intergalactic communication, connect to your higher consciousness, and finally have that divine rising, right? Break free and rise above it all. Right?
mm. Wow, Jonathan, that was great. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. And
That's
our
wonderful.
hour is up, unfortunately, but I hope that really helped you. And like I said, I will be, once I get a chance, I will put this up on my YouTube channel unlisted and then send you the link.
Awesome. No, no rush. I'm very excited to watch it. Uh,
And I always
I
tell
got your
people watch it a few
yeah,
times when you first get it, and then let it be for a month and come back and watch it again.
right. Yeah. I got your link for Venmo. I'll do it now. I'm sorry I didn't do it before. Um, we were talking on Snapchat, so that things disappeared. Can you remind me
Right.
of the
Here, let me
price?
stop the recording real quick.